We all need to be concerned about the trade wars that are occurring between China and America. It can affect our livelihoods, it can affect the stock market and the investments that we hold. Property prices can even be affected by the trade wars. What's happening in recent times? Well, on Friday, Trump said that he was going to up the stakes with China, was going to increase the tariffs. He then said that he wasn't sure which was the biggest enemy. Was it the Fed or was it China? Okay, well, the markets didn't like that escalation, because trade wars mean, unfortunately, the global economy slows down. If there's barriers set up, then it's more difficult to trade. And when that happens, you get a slowdown of the world economy. The markets didn't like it, and Trump's tweet on its own sent the markets down 2%. By Monday, Trump had changed his mind. Another tweet went out. Perhaps he'd overreacted on Friday, but his tweet said, China's made a phone call. They want to negotiate. They need a deal. And the markets went back up again. And of course, everybody felt it was good until China said they hadn't made a phone call. And guess what? Markets went back again. All of us could look at that and be concerned, and perhaps rightly concerned. An escalation of those trade wars wouldn't be good for anybody. Okay, what is going to happen? Well, America has an election coming up next year. You could argue that both ways. You could say Trump needs a deal. Reality is you can tell exactly from his tweet. What he said was, who's the enemy? Is it China or is it the Fed? What he was really trying to do was put pressure on the Fed to reduce interest rates. Trump's ideal scenario is the Fed reduce interest rates, and that helps the American economy, and then he does a deal with the Chinese. That would increase the stock market, and that would increase the global economy. Okay, so will he do that? Election coming up, you'd certainly think and expect that he would try to do that. Of course, one worry and thought perhaps is that China might not want to do a deal. Perhaps they're getting fed up with Donald Trump. There's certainly people around the world that perhaps are a little fed up with Donald Trump. Maybe if they waited 12 months, maybe the Chinese wouldn't have to deal with Donald Trump if he didn't win the next election. Okay, I'm not sure that they're gonna bet on that, however, and I suspect that they also would like to do a deal. Okay, but interestingly as well, Brexit has actually come into this equation, because there's 4 countries in a little circle at the moment. You've got America, China, trade wars. That affects Germany. Why does it affect Germany? Well, Germany does a large amount of trade with China. So what's happening is China is slowing down because of the trade wars, and that means that Germany is struggling and has actually put itself in a position where it's got a technical recession. That means its economy is currently declining. That could actually be good for the UK. Why? Well, maybe Germany now wants to do a deal. And there's signs last week that maybe Germany is thinking, we actually could do a deal with the UK. So, in fact, I'm actually more optimistic currently about a Brexit deal being done. Germany needs to do something with the UK, which is also one of its largest trading partners. Of course, to add to the circle, we've also got Donald Trump in the background saying to the UK, hey, come this way. All right, come and do a deal with us. Wow, there's a circle. There's a circle in there. And because of that circle, we have to be concerned. If you're investing money and you want to make money in the current markets, remember that even if we have a slowdown in global growth, then there still will be companies that will win. There's still opportunities. For example, at the moment, high dividend stock. There are many companies that actually offer good value. They've got good cash flows and they pay good dividends. If there was a slowdown in the world economy, interest rates would fall. People would be looking for high dividend stock. those stock, of course, would then actually gain in value. What I'm saying is, don't be depressed. Be aware of it, but also be aware there's always opportunities. A good financial advisor will put you in a position where they can find the best opportunities for you and actually take advantage of whatever is happening in the market.